All right, so speaking of Megabus, how does one get chlamydia from Megabus?
You simply sit on it. Last time I came down on Megabus, it was pretty crazy. Like, there was this woman from Santa Cruz, and she had, like, this pet goat, and, like, the goat was giving me so much attitude, and I was like, can I take a picture with your goat? And she was like, no, she hates when you take her energy like that. And I was like, well, damn, fuck. Excuse me.
That's wild.
The goat was on the bus?
No, I made that up.
Oh.
I'm already excited for this interview. It's like one of those "can you trust the narrator" type of things.
Can we trust the
Oh my
narrator?
God. It's like an Edgar Allan Poe tale.
Yes. Let's
Oh,
get
wait, did
into
you
it.
learn about unreliable narrators too? Like in like high school from the Telltale Heart?
I think I learned about it from an article I read in like Game Informer about Final Fantasy VII. So I don't even know if I'm using the term accurately, but I think that it just means that the narrator isn't always telling the truth.
Oh, I mean, essentially, yeah. That the one in Telltale Heart is interesting because it's like he thinks he's telling the truth. So I think he's like one of those more interesting, unreliable narrators. But no, I'll give you the real tea on this all day. That was just, I was joking. I was fucking seeing if y'all had a sense of humor, and you do. So, no, you'll get all the tea.
All right.
The live set of like a Gravy Train set is like a non-stop crazy party, right?
Back when I was fucking skinny and in my 20s and on cocaine all the time.
Here,
yeah.
I'm just going to cut in here and say that maybe the reason I'm here, I don't even really know why I'm here, but I think the reason I'm here is because Gravy Train was like the third concert I ever saw when I was like 15. And
oh my God.
it was in Philadelphia. You were opening for La Tigra. And Gloria Steinem was also in attendance. I don't know if you remember this, but she was parading around on stage in some leather pants because she wanted us all to vote for John Kerry, which was like that was like a thing at the time. It was like that Bush moment. Anyway, I'd never seen anything like that in my life. Like it was a transformative artistic experience, and because I was like pretty much like listening to Smash Mouth before that. So I like went from like Smash Mouth to Gravy Train in like a day.
Do you know what's fucking crazy? You know what's like literally fucking crazy? A day before this, me and my fucking bandmates were texting because we were having a battle over third wave ska. And like I was like, third wave ska is not ska at all. Like it's a carry to call it ska. It's like pop punk with horns.
Sure.
Yeah,
and like
Upstrokes.
my friend, because there's a younger kid in my band who was just like, yeah, man, like fuck that Smash Mouth shit. And I was like, Smash Mouth wasn't ska. Smash Mouth was actually lounge. And I went back and listened to Walking on the Sun, and I was like, you know, this is still good. Like, it is. Like, they did it kind of right. And, like, the video's great, too. Like, and they still play. They're from San Jose.
I did know
yeah.
that. I did know that, yeah. I mean, I remember when they legalized gay marriage, Smash Mouth came out and were like they did a post call that just said Smash Mouth equality in rainbow letters, and then they just tagged every gay celebrity they could think of in the tweet just to like get some relevance, I think. And I was like feeling kind of weird about gay marriage, but then I put on All Star and I was like, fuck, I used to really look up to these guys, and now they like want a piece of what I've got. Like they want some of my cultural capital. Like I was feeling good in that moment.
I would kick it with Smash Mouth. I would totally kick it with Smash Mouth. There's no way it's not fun. Doesn't that sound like barbecue and Coronas?
It does.
And like fucking like
No
the
Corona.
secret cocaine room, like, and everyone leaves having a good time.
Apparently, the Santa Cruz Boardwalk, they still have Smash Mouth Day, and people show up.
Wow.
The Smash Mouth
That's-
plays. It's a whole thing.
I can't wait to go to that. Do you want to go with me?
Yeah. We'll meet in Santa Cruz at Smash Mouth Day.
What the fuck else are we doing? Come on. Like,
I love the quote that you say about your dance company where you say, usually in my dance company, we work with people who have never danced before.
yes, totally. The company is more based in a performance, like, kind of state of mind. Or people who like usually wouldn't have thought about that as like, I don't know, even a creative option.
And what do you get differently out of like someone who's not coming from a dance background, would you say, in performance?
My dance company focuses kind of like a lot on just general pedestrian movement, and someone who's like overtrained just always like behaves like a dancer on stage or whatever. But sometimes you just want someone that has kind of like more of a depersonalized sense of like movement. Like when you tell them to walk, they're really just gonna walk. It's not like that, like that dance walk where everyone's just like floating through the air like nymphs and shit.
Oh yeah.
It's like that's not really what I'm. So I think I'm definitely more from the Anna Halperin school of dance.
What does that mean? What's that school of dance?
She was like the weird hippie lady in the 40s up in Marin, who basically, like, I think a lot of the Judson dancers took her workshop.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But, like, she was, like, I don't know, it's just all about just, like, crazy natural movement and humanness. It's about humanness.
People can do it. They don't need to, like, study it for years and years before they can, like, partake in it.
Yeah, like, for the partake feel. That's what I'm wanting to get at, to feel like you can, like, actually join in and partake in it. I mean, years and years of training never hurts. Like, right. It'll make you better at it. But for the initial start, I kind of like this, like, I like that jump in and just do it feel. You know what I mean? Like when you're like 13 and you don't know how to play bass, but your friend is like, here, just press these 2 buttons. And, you know, until you finally, like, accelerate on it. And then one day you're like, oh, shit, I'm doing this shit. Like, let me add a 4th note.
You talk a lot about having a sense of responsibility in your writing. Like, so many people get wrapped up in their own work and they forget about the most impressionable youth that might interpret what they're being exposed to. But this is something that I've read that you touch on multiple times, where you feel a responsibility for who might be reading your writing.
You know, I never really have to worry about that because, like, so much, I don't know, my writing is so heavy, and, like, I feel like the characters I write usually are, like, very clearly making the wrong choice. I don't ever really worry about it too much. Like, if I had read most of my books when I was 15, I would be terrified. I probably would have been scared straight, actually. I probably should have read my books when I was 15. But I think it's important to be exposed to new things that you had never thought before, because I don't think there's really any other way for your mind to grow. But I feel like also, like, I don't know, just in culture in general, we're exposed to things like sex or like drugs or like lifestyle. I feel like they sell this shit to young people all the time. Right. And then when, like, the kids are sitting on the beach in Florida being like, I don't care if I get coronavirus, like, and the world is sitting there acting shocked. Meanwhile, 2 years ago, there was, like, some hit song that was like, oh, one of us is gonna die young, and everyone's, like, cheering. It's like, you sell this to them, you know what I'm saying? Like, but it's like, I also just, I think what I write a lot about is consequences. And so, like, alongside, like, kind of, like, selling, I don't know, really glamorous things, like, you really should expose, like, also, like, the price you paid for it, which I think is definitely all through the DNA and core of how I write. When was the last time you had watched fisting porn?
I don't think I'd ever watched fisting porn.
Wow. Really? Not even like one of those nights where you come in and, like, you've done, like, a little coke and you're like, fuck it, like, I have a computer, the world's at my fingertips. Like, never. Just.
Well, for me, it's always like fisting. It always feels kind of like the Olympics or something. Like, it's not even as much sexy as, like, let's see if we can do this thing. You know what I mean? That's, like, my, like, relationship to, like, fist. It's like, oh, the human body is incredible. Like, let's see if we can do this. But it's not, like, hot to me. But I think there was a time when it kind of was, like when I was just, like, first starting watching gay porn, I probably watched some, like, in a fully sexual context. But I think I'd never, gotten fucked up the ass at that point, so I didn't really know what that felt like.
It's kind of a chore if you aren't high, right? Like,
Which
Anal sex in general, or
just
fisting?
fisting?
I think so. I
Okay.
think me and my straight roommate were talking about anal sex, and he said something really funny. He was like, yeah, like, I don't know, when I'm on cocaine, I'll let a girlfriend stick it up my butt, and I'm just kind of like, yeah, like, anal sex is, like, kind of great if you're on cocaine, but it's, like, kind of a chore if you're not high. Like, and I say this as an old whore, too. Like, I'm just like, to get through it, I really have to believe in myself. Like, really count backwards from infinity. Like,
breathe. There's a lot of breathing. I feel like I'm just starting to get more into it as a bottom person in life, and it's a lot of breathing.
You liberated yourself.
Yeah, I would not say that marijuana helps. A little alcohol can help, but yeah, I mean, I see where you're coming from. I think I'm just getting to the point where I like can fully like just breathing and jerking off will let me take a dick well, without it being like borderline like uncomfortable, painful. That's like where I'm at right now.
See, we both said the same thing. And
Yeah.
really, it's like, why are we even gay? Maybe we're just trying to piss our dads off.
Okay, how about this? Because I feel like we've done this whole conversation. We're two, at least in my case, extremely Caucasian people. Is there anything you want to say about some racial issues that are going on right now?
I don't know if I'm always the greatest spokesperson for anybody. But I am definitely looking for a younger white boyfriend to set up my stereo and fucking like fix up all my guitars. Like, if you really feel bad for all that has happened to fucking black people,
There you go.
young white boy, yeah, come set up my fucking stereo and like fucking fix all my guitars. I'll make lunch. We can keep it traditional. But yeah, some people have a real problem with like the white savior fucking complex or things in Caucasian people. I love when fucking white people want to save shit. I'm just like, go white boy, yes, you save that shit. I'm gonna sit right here and cheer you on.